During the Second World War, Soviet tank crews were pivotal in some of the conflict's most decisive battles. Driving legendary tanks such as the T-34 and KV series, these courageous soldiers spearheaded offensives from Kursk to Berlin, directly contributing to the defeat of Nazi Germany. But after victory was secured and the tanks stopped rolling, what became of these tankers once World War II ended? Today, we explore the often overlooked story of Soviet tankers in the aftermath of World War II. When the war finally ended, Soviet tank crews faced a harsh new reality. After years of relentless combat, these soldiers hoped for swift returns home. Instead, many found themselves stranded, waiting months for official demobilization orders amidst widespread devastation and chaos. The demobilization process was slow and disorganized. With millions of Soviet troops scattered across Europe, tankers endured prolonged uncertainty, unsure of when or how they'd return to civilian life. Basic necessities such as food, clothing, and shelter became scarce, amplifying the frustration and hardship of soldiers who had already sacrificed so much. In this challenging transition, their future remained uncertain, shaping the complex path these tankers would soon face as they returned home. The end of combat did not mark the end of suffering for Soviet tankers. Many returned home bearing deep psychological scars, haunted by memories of brutal combat, lost comrades, and relentless violence. This trauma, often undiagnosed or misunderstood at the time, impacted their ability to resume normal life. Physically, the war left lasting marks as well. Tank crews frequently endured serious injuries, hearing loss, burns, or chronic ailments from extended time inside cramped and hazardous tank environments. For many of the tankers, these physical disabilities became lifelong reminders of their sacrifice, shaping the difficult road ahead in their return to civilian society. As Soviet tankers finally began their journey home, they faced a new and difficult mission, transitioning back into civilian society. After years at war, many found themselves disconnected from families, communities, and the routines of peaceful life. Jobs were scarce, housing was limited, and societal understanding of their wartime experiences was minimal. Compounding their challenges was a lack of robust government support. The Soviet state, overwhelmed by post-war reconstruction, often failed to provide adequate care, employment assistance, or psychological support to these veterans. Many tankers, heroes on the battlefield, now struggled silently to find their place in the society they had fought so valiantly to protect. As former Soviet tankers settled into civilian life, they pursued a variety of careers, often dictated by necessity rather than choice. Many found work in factories, agriculture, or as mechanics, leveraging their wartime experience with machinery. Others struggled with unemployment or underemployment, their specialized military skills rarely translating smoothly into civilian opportunities. Some veterans thrived, using their leadership skills to rise through political or industrial ranks. Yet others encountered profound hardship, unable to adapt to a society moving quickly past the war. These personal journeys, marked by both remarkable resilience and painful struggles, highlighted the complexities of reintegration faced by the heroes of yesterday. While the bravery of Soviet tankers was undeniably instrumental in achieving victory, their post-war experiences varied dramatically. Officially, many were celebrated with medals and public honors, proudly displayed during victory parades and ceremonies. Yet behind this public facade, numerous tank crews felt forgotten and neglected. In reality, recognition often depended on political status, rank, or connections. Tankers from elite units received commendations and support, while thousands of ordinary veterans struggled with poverty, inadequate healthcare, and social isolation. This uneven treatment exposed deep disparities, highlighting the complicated legacy of gratitude and neglect faced by Soviet tank veterans. Decades after World War II, the legacy of Soviet tankers continues to resonate deeply in both Soviet and modern Russian culture. Their heroism has been immortalized through numerous monuments, museums, and public commemorations across Russia and the former Soviet republics. In popular culture, Soviet tank crews became symbols of courage and resilience, featuring prominently in films, novels, and historical narratives. Today, memorials dedicated specifically to tank crews serve not only as reminders of their sacrifices, but as enduring symbols of national pride and historical remembrance, keeping their memory alive for future generations. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the history of legacies, please consider subscribing.